would you guys consider yourselves like polyamorous, or is there an exception because you're in
we
the
would
industry?
be ethically non-monogamous.
Right. Damn.
Like if we are able to talk about what we're doing for, work, if we're shooting for mini bids or something like that, we're very honest about it. And intercourse isn't really, I don't know. Intimacy is what we care about. I don't care if he goes and has sex with somebody else.
Right.
He doesn't care if I do that. As long as we talk about it, as long as I'm honest. Same with
So
him.
there's no jealousy?
But if there's intimacy with somebody else, then there's jealousy. And there is jealousy, even with working with somebody.
Damn.
But I try to turn my jealousy into motivation to be better.
How do you draw the
do
line
better.
between intimacy and just sex then?
Is it like a look or like no kissing? No.
Is it like just eat my vagina and like
that is something that we are working on kind of defining the borders of more, but because situationally like things can just be so much up in the air and so random, as long as we talk to each other. For me, it's not something where we have to ask permission. It's something where we let our partner know that we're going to do something or that we have done something, and we give them all the information.
So always before you do it with somebody else, you talk about it. You try to.
Yeah. I mean, I kept him updated on every single one of my shoots. He wished me luck. Like, I sent him videos. He likes it,
Does it impact your guys' intimacy?
I think it furthers it. I think it makes it more intense because we have such a trust in each other, such a understanding that no matter what, we are living in a home together. We are sleeping in the same bed together, and we are building our future together.
And how long have you guys been together?
For a year now. But it was kind of that situation where you meet and you're like, all right, I'm done. This guy.
And were you guys both like you guys both came into the relationship already in the industry? You guys already.
I have been in it since I was around 18. He had always wanted to do it, but again, he has a big boy job that is like a full-time career that he's been working on and cultivating his all these years before me. And so for now, like, he's focusing on that and more so creative projects with photography and filmography. Like, we tried to do where he was helping me run my page and making his own content to run his own page, and it was just too much. It became very stressful for him to go to work, come home, have to do more work, and then do more work. So that's kind of why, like, almost every 2 weeks, like, I'll come out to LA and I'll hang out with my friends who are all in the corn industry as well, and we'll shoot together, hang out, go back, and I'll spend 2 weeks editing and promoting, and he'll help me with that stuff as well.
Do you plan on like exiting at some point? And if one of you wants to exit and the other one doesn't, how does that gonna work?
So I chose this job because at any point, if I want to, I can say, don't need to do it anymore. I have enough knowledge and enough tools in my belt to be able to afford me any job that I would like to, other than, like big time jobs that you need a certificate or a diploma for. Like, I can make sure that I'm good without the corn industry.
Have you ever had any leaks? Is there anything leaked on you on the internet?
Everything's leaked.
Everything's leaked. I'm out there.
So do you believe that you'll be able to get a good career after, should you want to, with stuff being leaked? Because most fields won't.
So the career that we're choosing together is one in which we create like a production company and bring like a more safe space for corn industry people, for creatives, for models to come in.
So when you quit, that's what you would be doing, is like advising other people?
I would probably quit whenever we decide to have children. Because I find it immoral and unethical to do corn or be in the sex industry while having a child in your home. I don't think that's okay.
I agree.
And also, to that point, I don't think that it's okay to work with children and then go home and do that and post that on the internet.
Play hide the household vegetables up your cooter.
Are you not worried that even if you quit after you've had children, all that stuff will still be on the internet and your kids will still see it?
Because it will.
They might, That's something that I had to understand whenever I came into this industry, is that this is a choice that I am making to put myself out there, and no matter how hard I try, there will still be stuff out there.
And
That's
how old
fine
are
with
you?
me, but I will make sure my children know that, sex work, whatever, it's fine. It's not something that needs to be vilified immediately.
Why does having the kids then make it immoral, but if you don't have them, it's not?
Yeah, if it's good for the-
because there's not a child in my home.
But if you're if you're
like,
going outside your home and filming it, why does it matter?
There's a lot of people, especially that's a really good point. There's a lot of people, especially popular people on TikTok and on YouTube and all that stuff, who are openly like polyamorous and content creators, and they will bring people over to their home where they have a red room. And it's soundproof, so
I feel
they're
like
not.
I know who you're talking about.
I think you do. I think
sure
you talked about them actually.
Yep, sure have.
If you're not doing that, why does it make a difference if there's kids in the house or not? If you're going to a studio,
Because again,
to film
I don't
it?
have a child.
But that's my. If you're not filming in your house, why does having a child make the difference
I
between
see, I
whether
see.
or not it's
I see.
immoral?
I don't know. I just think it's kind of weird to like go do a bunch of sex stuff and then go home and hold your baby. I think,
Well-
not that there's anything wrong with that, but I just think it's like, if I'm gonna be a mom, I'm gonna be a mom, and I don't need to go and be like a little hoe running around the streets.
But
like,
you'll be okay editing those videos and then going home and holding your baby?
Well, no.
Well, that's what I'm saying, is
she
like-
said she would quit when she had children, but what you also said that I found interesting was that you don't want to raise your children to have any sort of stigma around the sex work industry.
My
correct?
mother, I'm from the Bible Belt, and so there's a huge, like, everybody's against progress there. Main reason I moved out here. But I was lucky with my mom to an extent of which she never, like, made me believe in Christianity. She never made me be straight. Like, when I came out as bi, she was like, I know, you know, that's cool. What? Tell me something new, you know? Like,
So in regards to the children, though, you said that you would be more, what's the word, progressive with your children when it comes to sex
yeah.
work. It's no
I
problem.
don't think
But
it's
then
something my
why-
4-year-old needs to know about, but, you know, as
But
they
then
get
why
older.
quit? Sorry, excuse me. But then why quit? If it's okay enough, like if your daughter was like 18 and came to you and was like, Mom, I want to strip.
This is a good question.
And you would support that, why quit in the first place? Like, don't you think you should carry that out and be like, Mom does this, but Mom is all these different things? Or just what? I'm just
think-
confused on the difference, I guess.
I think it comes down to maturity of the child and what they can understand and the way that you give that information to them. If you never talk to them about it and they go out and they watch a show like this, or, you know, like another show where it's a bunch of like actual misogyny and people stating that girls that do certain things will only ever do those things, like, I think that's a way to get misinformation and to lead your child down like a path in which they don't know what's going on in the world around them. Like,
So you would say that here's
So
your
I would-
options, but
yeah.
I would prefer you do something else,
Like
or would
if-
you not care?
if my child was interested, even if, you know, at 18, whatever, and they're out of the house, if they wanted to do dancing, I would hope that they would take it seriously as a sport and try to be the best dancer that they could be. Not, I'm going to go dance because I can make $1,000 a
But
night.
isn't that the Bonnie Blue mentality? Because Bonnie Blue is kind of like, well, you know, whores exist, so
sport
why
for
not be
her.
the best?
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
it literally is. It's an
Yeah.
extreme sport at this point with how many dicks she's
She needs
taken.
to
Like,
get
come on,
sponsored by
come on.
Red Bull.
Literally.
Is that what you would
Somebody
want for your
wins,
daughter?
but-
I mean,
Would you want her to go sleep with 1,000 guys in one day?
it's not really my choice.
I know, but I'm asking
mean-
if you were a mother, if you had a daughter, and she came to you and she said, "Hey, guess what, Mom? I'm gonna do this challenge where I go let 100 guys, you know, stick it in me, raw dog
I
me."
mean,
Bonnie
would that
Blue's
be
mom
something
cleans
that
up after her
would
orgies.
make you, like, how would you feel about that?
I think for me, my child's life is my child's life. If they're 16 and they want to go do a bunch of weird stuff, no. But
It's
like,
not gonna bother you if your kid
at
wants
18,
to do
if
something
they-
that's harmful.
I think the whole discussion comes to like, are they still living in the house with me? Am I still paying for them?
But would you want
Or
that
are
for your
they-
child?
If you don't,
Because I feel like saying, sorry,
No, you're
I
fine.
feel like saying, like, you know, it's their choice is either disingenuous or
I would
you're
say
just not a mom yet
No.
and you don't have
I would
that,
say
like,
no. I wouldn't want it for my child because I know how long it took me to get to do it safely and to do it without being like manic, like, and just going and doing stuff. Like,
Is
I'm
that-
doing stuff in a very safe way with friends that I've had for years. Like, I barely ever bring in new co-stars to my videos. Like, obviously it's not different than Bonnie Blue or something. Like, we're all doing the same things.